Well, welcome back to the Flying Can Ranch in Athens, Texas. So, a little bit of a crude thing with this Pinty Bullpup. So, what I found out is there's a little, let's see if I can find it. There's a little Allen nut right here. I don't remember the exact size I used. If you give me just a second. I think I used a H1.5 is what I had in my kit right here. Anyway, I was able to extract the barrel, and then I had I was going to try to drill them out, but I've had this brass rod that I tapped down the barrel, and you can see now this is what feeds the pellet, and then I had to use this vice grip. And I finally got the magazine out. You can see that pellet in there is totally mashed up. The magazine doesn't, I got dog hair everywhere. Doesn't look, that's kind of oily. Hold on a second. Yeah, I might have damaged that pretty good. I've got another mag for it, and I can order another one. But I took it outside. I fired it. It was very loud because I didn't have the moderator on it. But I got it out of there. And you can see where I was trying to do their things, and I kind of scratched the metal up. Easy fix, though. But we got it out. We got it cleared. And then all I have to do is just sort of slide that barrel or that moderator here back onto the barrel, going this direction. The larger hole, it's threaded right there. And then we'll get it threaded back up here. And as you can tell, if I show you, when I pop my cocking lever, I get my foot over here so it didn't run off. See, it comes back. And then when I put it forward, there it went, very smooth. You know, once I got that first one through it, it went very smooth. So, that's how I fixed it. So, I will get it back together maybe tomorrow or Monday. I'll take it back out. Maybe I'll find the other magazine, or if I get a new one, I'll show you exactly how to load that mag. But the big deal is, for me, what I found out was you don't hook this with your finger and cock it, because that has a tendency to pop out, and then it slants forward, and you don't know what you got. So the best thing to do is come under this with two fingers, like so, and cock it back like this. And then you should be pretty good. But minimal damage. I'm sure it's going to be very functional. I'm glad I got it fixed. That's the best I could come up with. I don't have a machine shop or anything like that. So it's that's the way it works, you know. And but I got it out of there. And I guessed I had about 3 pellets, 22 caliber pellets, and but got them knocked out. This is not an uncommon problem, but you know, you live, you learn, you move on. I like to share knowledge with people about how to do things, and may not be the best, but of course I had this little driver right here that I bought. You know, I've got so many tools that I bought. I bought these vice grips right here. I bought a set of them just to do that. So, at any rate, I got it apart, got it fixed. I tried using these. I can't think what you call them, the ones that star wrenches, and that did not fit that. I didn't want to force it and make it worse than it already was. But we've got it fixed. It's shooting. And but I really had to fight a little bit to get that mag out. And like I said, I'm not going to trust that mag again because it looks pretty. Let's see if I can snap that loose without smashing myself. Yeah, that looks pretty fractured up. So I don't know if I want to. That probably looks worse than my fingers, but anyway. That was a very tragic work accident. You know, one of the safest guys I know I had a friend of mine call me one day and said, man, I heard you jacked your hand up. So I told him what happened. Because he used to work with me at one time. He said, how did the safest guy and the whole crew, because I ran that crew at the time, manage to whack his hand up? And I'm not going to go into any details, but it put me out of work for about probably 3-4 months before they had approved me to go back to work. And I fought long and hard to stretch these and work them out. And I went to all the therapy and I got through it. That's the thing in life. You run into things and you just got to figure a way to work through it. And then sometimes if you can't work through it, you just got to accept what it is what it is and move on. You know, I've got a friend of mine that lost his leg in a terrible motorcycle accident, not his fault. And some lady ran an intersection. When he came to, he was up against a tree, and I believe his left leg was like all the way up over his shoulder, and he flopped it down. He didn't think it looked right, but they ended up having to amputate his leg from like the knee down. It just crushed everything. It was terrible. But he got a prosthetic leg. He's got one of those new whiz-banger legs now, but a bunch of us got together and got some money, and we put an air shift on it. And I don't think he has. In fact, I know he doesn't have that motorcycle anymore. He's moved on to something else. I do believe that before he sold it, he took it down to the guys that put that all together for him and removed the air tank, but he kept it. But he, you know, with the other leg, he kind of had to rock his body to make it shift and bounce it and make it downshift, and kind of hurt his back. But he said with his new prosthetics, he's doing really good. So there's a lesson in life, you know. Sometimes you make it, sometimes you don't. And if you don't, you got to make the best of what you got. So, but that's how we did it. And I appreciate everybody for watching. I hope this helps you out. Maybe somebody can give me some other ideas and share it with our viewers. I'm all about sharing information. So that's how we do it at the Flying Can Ranch in Athens, Texas. Later.